guys, today I am like to welcome you guys to Schneider. My name is Julie. I'm a recruiter here at Schneider. Been with the company for about 4 years.
And my name's Regina McIntosh. I've been with the company for about 16 years, and I am the liaison between recruiting and operations.
So today we just want to go over our portfolio of business, give you an idea of what kind of stuff we do, and what we're hauling.
So I'll go ahead and give you a brief overview of some of our lines of business that we have. We have intermodal or rail that's available. We have bulk, which are the containers. We also have a lot of dedicated business with different accounts and different lanes. We have a van dedicated division that I'll tell you about. And then also we have a dedicated LTL that we have started over the last year. So I'll go ahead and get going. Julie will talk to you in a little bit as well about van truckload. So first of all, we have bulk. Bulk is about an 800 driver fleet right now. We have over the road. We have regional. We've got local positions. And then we have also dedicated lanes as well. And our bulk division is our tanker, and for the most part, we're hauling liquids. Our pay packages range from a mileage-based pay to accessorial pay. And with those accessorials, a lot of it is the loading, unloading, and then driver detention. As I mentioned a little bit ago, we've got local, we've got regional, and then we have the over-the-road. The one thing about our bulk division is that a tanker endorsement is required when you come on, and then a hazmat is within 30 days. So there is a lot more requirements, and the work is more physical and specialized.
Do we offer help with getting hazmat if I don't have a hazmat?
We do. We can go ahead and work through that as well. And then within those first 30 days to 60 days, we can get that going for you.
Perfect.
Okay. Any other questions, Julie, on bulk?
No, I think that's good.
Okay. One thing I also wanted to say is our training for bulk does seem long. It's about 28 days if you're an inexperienced driver. If you're experienced, it's still quite long, and that's just because of all the different hookups and the different tanker equipment that we have. Our other one that we have that I talked about is intermodal or our rail. What we're excited about with our intermodal is that as of last year, we got all Schneider chassis. So all of our equipment is put on Schneider chassis. It makes it easier for us. We take care of all the maintenance on it. We don't have to worry and wait for anybody else. And in this fleet, we have close to 1,600 now, and we're looking to add a lot more into this in 2018. These are containers on our chassis. The pay packages are mileage based with load pay components, because a lot of times you're going to do a lot of loads within a day. In the radius or the area that you're going to cover, you're going to stay within 350 miles of the rail. So a lot of local opportunities where you're home daily, which is nice.
Very nice.
Or you can do a regional when you're home weekly. There's accessorial pay on this as well, but a lot of these are in and out of the rail hubs. Okay. And to the customers. Any questions on these?
No. Actually, that intermodal, with the schedules being so flexible, it is very popular for the drivers. It's a great way to get in. Do I need to have a tanker or a hazmat for intermodal?
For intermodal, you don't when you start. Some of the business might require it, so that would be something that you could work to as well.
Okay.
And one of the other things too is intermodal is one that's close, I would say maybe about 90% an auto fleet, so for automatic transmission.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just want to say hello to everybody who has joined us. My name is Julie. I'm a recruiter here at Schneider. Been here for about 4 years. And I have Regina here with me.
Hi, my name's Regina McIntosh. I've been with Schneider for 16 years now in lots of different areas. Right now I am the liaison between operations and recruiting. And we're talking about the different lines of business or driver jobs available for you.
So keep your questions coming. We'll be sure to try to answer as many as we can.
So the next one we want to talk about is a van dedicated. So we have dedicated fleet. So that can be a dedicated customer, dedicated lanes. This is our van dedicated. So it's specific customers, and they're actually on our 53-foot van trailers.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about any special equipment within this. for the most part. We might have a couple of customers where we have to have special equipment. We have some customers that might have some reefers, but other than that, it's not too bad. This fleet is close to 1,600, if not more. And again, we're getting new logos and everything every day. So we're always looking for drivers in this as well. This is some of the easiest freight just because a lot of it is drop and hook, not a lot of driver touch. So it's really good. There's local home daily, just like our intermodal we talked about. There's regional home weekly, but then we also have some where you're home multiple times a week. Different mileage packages, again, depending on the customer, it could be a mileage base with accessorial. We also have daily rates and hourly rates. So the accounts are very different that way. We have with this one is a lot of times those that are working with our van truckload division, which you'll talk about in a little bit. If they want to go to more of a dedicated fix, they can do this. It's a really nice way to change up their schedule and have some more home time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, question about dedicated. Does dedicated mean that I'm going to have the same route every day?
It doesn't 100% of the time.
Okay.
There are some accounts that you might, because they do have dedicated lanes within their configuration, but a lot of times it means you're on a dedicated account. So an account wants us to have a certain amount of drivers for a fleet to haul their business.
Okay.
And in the dedicated realm, we've got a lot of opportunities for more home weekly, home daily, only because of how those are configured.
Okay.
So then besides the van dedicated, our larger dedicated division, this is where we have some of our flatbeds. We've got specialty equipment besides that. We've got some trailers that are have roll doors. We have the refrigerated or the reefers. We also have some curtain sides. If you see those, it's got the hard top, the hard bottom, and then curtains on the side. We also, believe it or not, do have some accounts that have an end and a side dump. So it looks like a giant dump truck, and you can go to the back or to the front. So there's a lot of different ways that our customers want us to do this business. A lot of times you'll hear us talk about dedicated specialty. So again, you're on an account, not necessarily specific lanes. And then a lot of different ways for unloading freight. And there's accessorials, or you have a daily rate that will include all of that.
Now, I've heard you use the word accessorials a couple of times. What is an accessorial?
Sure. So when you as a driver, when the drivers have something they have to do, so in other words, help unload, help load, you get stuck, you've made your appointment, but you're sitting there, there's driver detention. And then sometimes there's accounts that the number of pieces you unload, there's extra pay for you as a driver.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we're talking about when we talk about different accessorials.
Okay.
Within the dedicated division, there's also flatbeds. So a lot of times we'll make sure there's extra training for those.
Oh, good.
And there's extra training for some of our dedicated accounts too. When we talk about some of those that have multiple deliveries all the time, they're delivering to stores. With the flatbed training, they're going to talk and work with you on tarping, how to secure it. Some of our flatbeds also have what they call a moffett. Have you ever heard of that?
I actually have not.
All right, well, it's like a mini forklift that hooks into the back of the trailer.
Oh.
So as we're unloading for some of those home improvement stores that
Sure.
we have, you can't really unload all that wood by yourself to build something. So they've got moffets on the back of the trailer. So there's other training that's involved in that as well.
Fantastic.
Okay. There's within the dedicated, sometimes you'll help unload, sometimes there'll be full hand unload. Those are part of those accessorials that I talked about. And it depends on the pay structure. So there's a lot of different opportunities within dedicated that I'm sure that you can find something you're going to like to do.
Fantastic. I bet you those dedicated that you have to help unload and load and that kind of thing are usually pretty good if you'd like to be active and don't want to sit in a truck all day.
Very much so.
A lot of people don't want to, but we still do enjoy driving. So just so you know that if you are one of those people that don't always want to be behind the wheel, there are options for you.
Definitely. And as we mentioned before, for other lines of business, lots of different time at home options for you as drivers. Again, home daily, home weekly, We also have somewhere, if you do want to do long hauls, you can be out 2 to 3 weeks, if not more. So really whatever fits your schedule and your family need. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'd like to reintroduce myself. I am Julie. I am a recruiter here at Schneider, and I've been here for about 4 years.
And my name's Regina. I've been with Schneider for about 16 years now, and I work with recruiting and operations when there are needs for drivers. So we're talking about all of our lines of business, the different driving opportunities we have for you here at Schneider. And right now we're talking about our dedicated, and one of our newer portfolios is what we call our first to final mile, or our LTL business. There's over 600 drivers in this fleet. We have over the road, which is our solo. We also have teams. We have a regional configuration, so you're closer to home. And then we have local, where you usually don't go out much more than 150 miles on your runs. This network is between about 28 to 30 terminals, and a lot of it is terminal to terminal moves. So not a lot of hand touch or anything like that from the driver's side of things. And this is all a 53-foot van. So
okay.
Easy kind of freight. We talked a little earlier about flatbeds. There are some accounts within this configuration that have flatbeds. And we do have the Moffett on those as well, which is our little forklift. So always training in that space available too, if you haven't done that before. And then multiple different times at home. So this is a really good option if you're just looking for changing up your time at home, what you're looking for, and then a lot of different pay options as well based on those accounts. Within our LTL fleet, what I think is really awesome is they are about 98% auto transmissions for all trucks.
Oh, that's huge.
So
a lot of people coming out of school nowadays are auto only trained, so that's great news.
Definitely. And just like our other lines of business, and I know you'll touch on this a little bit, is we also offer the Cdl training. So this is with any and all of those. So if you don't have your CDL, but you're interested in driving, there's a lot of different opportunities, which you could probably tell them a little bit about.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'd like to do too is also, as you are following along with us, don't hesitate to go out to our website, schneiderjobs.com. Go to search and apply for jobs, pop your zip code in, and all of the opportunities in your area will come up. There's a column on the left-hand side where you can select various options and see what's available for you. If you do have additional questions, you can always call our 800 number, 800-44-PRIDE, and talk to one of our recruiting assistants. So,
which could be you.
It could be me. If you are lucky enough, it could be me. So you had mentioned the new CDL. Not to worry if you don't have your CDL. We definitely have multiple options for that. We do have a contract training where we would pay for your truck driving school. You'd sign a contract, and we would pay for that for you. We also do tuition reimbursement, and you can also use your GI Bill to get your help pay for your CDL. So we do have we actually have a whole team here at Schneider that works on, helping those drivers who don't have their CDL yet go over options and, what best fits for them.
Sure.
So we can get them in the door and get them driving.
That's great. The other thing too is, let's say you drove for a while and you have your CDL and you want to come back to it. We also have a refresher course.
Yes, the refresher program is great. I personally have had a lot of success with that. If you have a CDL and you haven't driven for 10 years or, and you want to get back into it, you need a change of pace. We do offer the 3-day refresher contracted course, and that after that you do go to the orientation and training. But It is a great way to get you back up to speed before we do the the orientation and training, so that you are comfortable with it.
So with our training too, we partner with a lot of different driving schools across the country. So the team that works a lot with that makes sure that we can partner you up with a school that we work with. So it could be anywhere in the country, even though Schneider Corporate is in Green Bay, Wisconsin. that I hope it would be spring right now, but we got a ton of snow. So I'm glad we're both here today.
There are people probably very happy to hear they don't have to come to Wisconsin given the blizzard we just had. So,
but yes, so wherever you live, we do have opportunities. Sometimes you may have to travel a little bit, but otherwise we're linked with a lot of different schools. And even with our operating centers, as far as training and stuff, when you do come, it's not always going to be in Green Bay.
Yes, very true.
So that's kind of cool too. Did you want to talk about Van Truckload? Otherwise, I have one more thing, but we'll cover mine later. So
okay. Yeah, I'd love to talk about Van Truckload. So Van Truckload, it's your basic driving. I'd say 90-95% of Van Truckload is going to be no-touch freight. Most of it's going to be drop and hook. You're looking at your 53-foot dry vans. And you're going to be hauling for all sorts of different customers. You're not working a specific account. So you'll get the freight. Not going to be the same every time, but that's the beauty of it. It is a great place, an opportunity to get your foot in the door. Sometimes you really want home daily or home multiple times per week, and there's not, they don't have that option available in your area. The good news is with any of the positions, we ask that you stay on the position for 6 months prior to before going to another line of business. So, if you say you just recently got your CDL and you really want to hanker down and learn how to drive in the driving industry, Van Truckload is a great way to go prior to another line of business. Do you have to? No, but it is a great way. We also have very flexible driving options for that. We've got our regional, which normally the regional will get you home weekly. Usually you're in a 750 mile radius of where you live.
Yeah.
Then we also have the home every other week, so the over the road configuration, where you're out normally going to be 9 to 14 days, get a couple of days home. We have that. If you live in the Midwest, close to the East Coast, and you don't like going to New York, we do have a couple of options for you guys out there too, because apparently
New York's not always a favorite place.
So I've heard. And that's okay. That's definitely okay. So we've got options there too. One other thing that I'd like to mention is our teaming opportunities. Oh, yeah. We have so many opportunities for teams.
Do I have to come with a team partner? Because my guess is at this point we don't, right?
Fantastic question. No, you do not have to have a team partner. The nice thing is a lot of people do like the idea of teaming, just because then if you're brand new, you don't know the industry, you've got that other person there that you can, work with and, try to learn the business. Second head is always, better than one.
Right,
so.
Somebody with experience, and I might not have it. The other thing too is we do have a program now where if you're coming without a team partner, we don't really have a name for it yet, but we can partner you up with someone with similar likes and dislikes. So it's one of the new programs we're doing, and I think it's a really good opportunity that, again, if you're newer or if you want to try teaming but you're not really sure, we have someone that will match up the people for teams.
Yeah, and so far it's been, like you said, it is a new program, and it has been very successful. She's been able to match up people before they even go to orientation, so there's not that nervousness of what if I don't find a team partner? What if I don't like my team partner? You'll have an opportunity to, talk with that person. So teaming is a great opportunity. Mm-hmm. There are usually the minimum out is 12 days out. Usually for every 6 days you're out, you get a day home. There are some teaming positions that are home weekly. Those are few and far between, but they are out there. Teaming is also a great way to earn more money. We've talked about pay, and teaming is going to be a great area because we do keep the truck running.
Yeah, you may not have hand unloads, which is fine, but you're going to have the miles, and you're going to get the pay on the miles. With the teams, and you had mentioned too, is we actually do have some home daily teams that would be in our first to final mile bucket, mm-hmm. or what we call LTL, a lot of different names for it. There are some of those opportunities too, but there are people that still want to get out there and just drive, and we've got those opportunities. Another one that I forgot to mention too is we have a jet set. So it's kind of just what it sounds like. We have solos and or teams that when we need it in a specific area, we'll fly you in for 3 weeks.
Wow.
You'll get in a truck. Now, it might not, obviously won't be your same truck all the time, so you got to be used to a little bit different, right?
Traveling lightly.
Exactly, but we do have the jet set available too, and those are good paying jobs.
So if I live in Wisconsin and don't necessarily like to drive in the snow, there's a chance I could drive somewhere else, is
Sure,
what you're saying. Well,
definitely.
You'll fly me somewhere else.
Yeah, you could go to Hawaii or Alaska. We have those
Really?
opportunities.
Just kidding.
I know, but yeah. So
But if you do live in Hawaii, Alaska,
you can come here, but you don't want Wisconsin.
Not necessarily Wisconsin.
Maybe not.
in the south somewhere. But
So
call
for
us
any-
at
call us.
800-40 for Pride. We can get you set up on that.
There you go. So any of the newcomers that are coming on, we're talking about our lines of business or portfolio options for drivers. My name is Regina. I've been with Schneider for 16 years, and I work with recruiting and operations to make sure that we have what we need to bring on new drivers.
And I am Julie. I am a recruiter here at Schneider. So if you do apply at schneiderjobs.com, you could be lucky enough to have your interview with me, and I would walk you through the process of getting hired on. I've been here for about...
People, we're going
Right?
to call Julie.
Exactly, call Julie. But I've been here for about almost 4 years.
Good for you.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
So anything else we want to talk about for Van Truckload? We talked about our teams. We talked about jet set. We talked about if you don't have a team partner, you can get paired up. And all of our other portfolios for CDL drivers.
One thing I do want to bring up,
Yeah.
which has been really exciting, at least in the recruiting world and from drivers, is that there is a new pay for performance bonus.
Oh.
So in the past, it was safety and performance, and it was paid out a lump sum. You had to earn various metrics, and it was sort of a hard configuration, and then you got a lump
So if you were
sum.
not a math wizard, it was a little hard?
From what I understand,
All
yes.
right. I
And
gotcha.
I say that because I am not a math wizard.
Me neither.
So what they did is they kind of they reformulated it.
Okay.
So on the website schneiderjobs.com, you'll see something that says up to 4 cents extra per mile. That's our pay for performance. And what it is we take a look at various metrics throughout the quarter, and depending on how many points you earn, you can earn up to 4 cents more that following quarter on top of your base pay. So if you have a base pay of 30 cents per mile and you hit your metrics, things that are going to be metrics might differ in the lines of business a little bit, but the majority of what they're looking for is your miles per gallon. Are you, obviously, if you are a safe driver, if you are in an accident, that disqualifies you for that quarter. However, the miles per gallon, so fuel efficiency, are you fueling up where the fuel solutions where we tell you to? Are you getting back to your truck on time after your home time? So basically really just doing your job can earn you quite a bit more. And you might think to yourself right now, like 4 cents a mile, that doesn't really sound like a whole lot. But when you're doing 2,000 miles
Plus a week, yeah.
and
That's
when you start figuring that out, that actually does make a huge impact on a paycheck. So,
and as you said too, it's all of our lines of business right now too. So it may be a little bit different for bulk, for intermodal, for the dedicated, but there all is a pay per performance.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, you say it better than me, but we'll definitely have that offering for you. So it goes to the line haul, and so it's not taxed as a bonus, which is really nice for you as well.
Yeah, previous it was, because it was a lump sum, it was considered a bonus for, then it was taxed more heavily, but as it being on top of your base pay at line haul, you won't see that tax.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's been an exciting change here at Schneider.
Definitely. So other than just the CDL driving jobs, there's a couple more I want to make sure that people are aware of within our LTL space, or what we call our first to final mile. We also hire for home deliveries. Home delivery folks, we have freight handlers as well at some of our terminals. So the home delivery, I don't know about some of you guys, but I don't have a truck. So if I have some of this product that I ordered from Amazon or Wayfair or one of those online accounts, I can't go and just pick it up. We have different terminals across the United States in our first to final mile that we have two people in a truck, and they will deliver it to your house. So we have that offering as well. It does not require a CDL. We have that for some of our home improvement stores as well. So deliver right from the store to the home. So that's kind of nice too. So if somebody's looking to get into a transportation type job, but doesn't have a CDL and isn't really sure, we have those warehouse positions as well. So across the network. And those you're always home daily. So those are kind of nice as well. I did know that we're going to have a hiring event. Is that correct? Or
yes,
something
we
exciting
are.
Tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's very exciting. We're doing a virtual hiring event tomorrow. So between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Central Time. So you can either go on to the SchneiderJobs.com today, put your application in, and you can call, write this down, 800-558-6704. And tomorrow during those times, if you do call, you can do, they'll interview you and get you through the process right away. If you don't apply today, you can certainly apply tomorrow, or give them a call, and the recruiters that we have on that will take care of it all right away. So it's a great way to expedite the hiring process.
Definitely.
So
what was that again, at 800?
800-558-6704.
Great. That'd be great. I want to take a quick minute before, I'm not sure if we're almost up on time, but I wanted to talk to you as well as, if you're a driver, where do you go next? What do you do next?
Yeah.
One thing about Schneider is you definitely get the opportunity to move around, move up, move across, whichever you want to say. And so once you're out on the road, and you might want to become a trainer, you can become a trainer. There's driver business leaders. In our world, we always call them DBLs. But driver business leader or a driver advisor, there's a lot of different opportunities for you to come to Schneider and drive for a while and then say, hey, I really want to do something different. So we have recruiters that were drivers as well. I've talked to a few of them too, so they can really help answer some of your questions and go through that. So drivers can really do any position once they might be ready to get off the road, so to speak.
Absolutely. There's, as we had mentioned too, there's a lot of flexibility, whether you're a driver or if you want to start at the warehouse level,
Yep.
freight handler. There's a lot of flexibility with what we have. And that includes growing. Schneider is all about growing your career as well, whether that's staying as a driver or getting into the office or becoming a mentor of some sort. It's a great way to get your foot in the door, because sometimes, as with most, the opportunity that you really want might not be available, but it's a great way to get in, so that in 6 months or 7 months or whatever, when that opportunity comes available, you are here and you're ready for it.
You got it. So what we ask you to do is, we hope you're interested. Go to SchneiderJobs.com. You put in your zip code and you can look for the roles and different positions that are available. You can call 1-800-44-PRIDE and make sure you fill out an application, because we'd love to have you with the Schneider team. So I want to thank you today for coming. Have a great day and see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.